In a quiet little village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering woods, lived a cat named Whiskers. He wasn't loud or flashy. He didn't chase fame or fortune. He just dreamed. From his cozy treehouse high above the ground, Whiskers watched the world below, birds flying in pairs, kids playing in the fields, neighbors laughing under the sun. But him? He sat alone with his books, his paper airplanes, and a plush toy mouse he hugged every night. More than anything, Whiskers wished to be seen. Not just noticed, but truly seen, by someone who understood. Meanwhile, across the village, in a tilted red house that always smelled like paint and peppermint, lived another cat, Pebbles. Round and soft with big orange eyes, Pebbles was a quiet artist. She spent her days drawing stars on her ceiling and her nights watching people pass by her window, wishing, hoping. They never waved. They never stopped. She whispered to the moon each night, "I just want someone to know I'm here." One day, a legend reached the village. Deep in the forest stood the ancient wish tree. A tree so old, it could hear your heart before you spoke. But if two pure-hearted souls made the same wish at the same time, the wish tree would bring it to life. Whiskers, eyes sparkling with hope, packed his little bag, some snacks, a blanket, and of course, his plush mouse. He tiptoed out before dawn and disappeared into the woods. What he didn't know was that Pebbles had already gone. When Whiskers arrived at the glowing tree with silver leaves and bark that shimmered like moonlight, he stopped. There sat Pebbles. Eyes wide. Heart open. "You came here too?" he asked. She nodded, gently. "I want to be seen. Loved. Remembered." Whiskers smiled. "So do I." They stood together, side by side, and placed their paws on the glowing trunk. And in one breath, together, they whispered, "I wish our hearts could reach the world." Suddenly, the wind danced. The tree lit up with golden light. A swirl of magic wrapped around them, lifting leaves into the sky like stars. And in a blink, they were back in the village. But something was different. Their houses were now connected by a glowing bridge of light. Music filled the air. A giant screen floated above the village square, playing a recording of their journey. People gathered. They laughed. They cried. They watched. They noticed. Whiskers and Pebbles became famous. Gifts arrived. Messages poured in. Kids drew fan art. News reporters came knocking. But as the weeks passed, the glow in their hearts began to dim. One quiet evening, they sat again beneath the wish tree, watching the crowd scroll by on their phones, not truly present. Whiskers sighed, "This isn't what we wanted." Pebbles looked down, "It's numbers. Not love." They held pause. No more wishes spoken. And just like that, the wish tree shimmered one last time. The screens vanished. The lights dimmed. The bridge disappeared. But in the quiet that followed, something beautiful happened. The villagers, without phones, without flashing lights, began to visit. Not for selfies, but for songs. For stories. For moments. They sat under the tree. They laughed. They cried. They played with Whiskers and Pebbles like old friends. No fame. No followers. Just connection. And in that peaceful place, under silver leaves and glowing roots, Whiskers and Pebbles finally felt it. Love. Real love.